Welcome to the Board of County Commissioners. 501 CPA AA PUD 2024-00024 local engineering for B&B Land Management LLC.
Madam Chair, thank you. With regard to the application before you, have you had any ex parte communications you need to disclose? And we'll start with Commissioner Kennard.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
Thank you. At the conclusion of this hearing, you're going to be asked to consider two ordinances. The first ordinance is the Comprehensive Plan Amendment Ordinance, and that is an ordinance of Citrus County, Florida, political subdivision of the state of Florida, amending Citrus County future land use map by redesignating approximately 4.7 acres from the Professional Services Office District and the Medium Density Residential District to the General Commercial District, providing for applicability, providing for severability, providing for inclusion, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for modification that may arise from consideration at public hearing, and providing for an effective date. Is Dr. Wilburn going to be here? Okay, well, I have one more to, I have one more to read. I was deciding how quickly I should read if I needed to give him time to get here. The second one is an ordinance of Citrus County, Florida, political subdivision of the state of Florida, amending the Citrus County Land Use Atlas Map by redesignating approximately 4.7 acres from the Professional Services Office District and the Medium Density Residential District with mobile homes allowed to the General Commercial District with a planned unit development for self-storage facility and covered RV and boat parking areas, providing for applicability, providing for severability, providing for inclusion, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for modifications that may arise from consideration at public hearing, and providing for effective date. And I believe the applicant is here to make their presentation.
Good evening and welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Manley. I'm a project manager for local engineering, 8425 East Roscoe Court, Floral City, Florida, 34436. Before you this afternoon is a project situated on approximately 4.7 acres on Grover Cleveland Boulevard in Homosassa. Currently, this parcel is zoned PSO and MDR-MH with approximately 3 acres zoned PSO. The remaining 1.7 acres is zoned MDR-MH in the rear portion of the parcel. We're requesting that the parcel be redesignated to GNC with a PUD. A little bit about the project. Currently, the site has a valid, non-conforming use for parking of vehicles and large trucks. The current entrance to the site is on the southwest corner of the parcel and is mostly lime rock and sand broken up. The existing utilities include a 4-inch sewer line, force main, and a 12-inch water line that run in front of the parcel along Grover Cleveland. The owners who are here today would like to propose constructing a 30,000 square foot climate-controlled mini storage facility with 3 separate covered parking areas for RVs and boats. This project would connect to the existing sewer force main and the water line. Letters of adequate capacity from both Citrus County Utilities and Homosassa Special Water District for water have been submitted with this application. Currently, there is no storm water management system on the site. However, the predominant flow is to the east, to a low area near the intersection of Grover Cleveland and South Lake Terrace. We're proposing to construct a drainage retention area in the northern portion of the property and a smaller DRA along the east property line that would meet all county requirements and Southwest Florida Water Management District criteria. Any required biological or environmental surveys will be provided by the owner prior to beginning construction. A little bit about the landscape buffering. It will include a 25-foot type C buffer along Grover Cleveland, a 5-foot landscaping strip along the east and west property lines adjoining the commercial parcels, a 25-foot type D buffer with a wall along the residential parcels that border to the northwest, the northeast, and the northern property lines. We believe that this project will be a benefit for the surrounding community as it will provide increased buffering for the adjacent residential properties that is currently in place. It will improve the aesthetics, compared to its existing state. And finally, this site has been used for heavy truck parking for over 30 years, and the owners are wanting to upgrade the property to enhance to a much nicer facility for the surrounding property owners in the community. Thank you, and if there's any questions that I can potentially help answer.
Board members, you have any questions for the applicant? Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Melissa Morris, planner. As stated, this is an application to change the zoning and future land use from professional services and offices and medium-density residential to general commercial with a PUD for warehouse and boat and RV storage. This is a land use map. You can see that the subject property is zoned PSO in the front and residential in the rear. The parcels to the west of the subject are GNC, and the parcels to the east are PSO and residential. Staff has concerns about the intensity and compatibility of the proposed use. The current PSO land use designation appears to be a transition, which allows for less intense and more compatible uses, buffering residential areas. This is a photo of the subject property. As stated, it does have a valid non-conforming use for vehicle repair and storage. This is a site plan. It shows the flood in the coastal high hazard area. There is a portion of the property that lies within the coastal high hazard area, and while you can have storage in general commercial with a PUD, it is sometimes limited within the coastal high hazard area. And then this is the site plan submitted by the applicant. It shows their buffering. There are 3 covered boat and RV storage areas and their 30,000 square foot climate controlled mini storage building. The PDC has recommended approval of this application. And that's all, unless you have any questions for me.
Board, do you have any questions of staff?
I do. I'm a little concerned about the coastal high hazard crossing over where that building is. So what is the elevation there, and are they going to be changing the topography and thereby impacting neighbors?
Yeah, that would be a question for the applicant.
Sorry, it was a little late on the uptake. I was trying to find the right page.
Sorry. I don't think that it showed me a coastal high hazard or let's see, base flood elevation of approximately 9 feet.
Ouch.
Yes.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Kennard.
the 9 feet, I don't think gets them flooded in the record flood we had last year. I think
Yeah.
it puts them up above that water line. And with this PUD, we're getting a stormwater management plan that right now currently doesn't have. So I see it as an improvement. I'm gonna support it. As long as they're okay with the 6 conditions that the PDC put in.
Is that the form of a motion?
Is the applicant okay with the 6? What? Oh, no, you gotta do public
Oh,
input first.
Yes, all right. Dang, there's no public here. What do y'all want to say about it? All right, we're going to open it up to the public. Would anybody like to say anything about this application? All right, we're closing, open to the public.
All right, so now, the applicant, is your applicant okay with the 6 conditions? All right, then I'll make a motion, based on competent and substantial evidence, that we approve CPA AA PUD 2024-000024.
There you had one extra zero in there.
All right, take the one out.
So I have a motion by Commissioner Kennard.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Barrick. Is there any further board comment?
I will say that I had the same sort of impression when first looking at this. I think it's going to be a vast improvement based on your site plan and the conceptual. I just am always a little concerned about anything in coastal high hazard, and also concerned, I get a little conflicted when staff has concerns and then PDC is a unanimous vote. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. It's not that I'm not in favor of it. Please do a good job with it.
All right, seeing no further board comment, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations. All right. That concludes our public hearing. We are adjourned.
It's not a recess.